Hey YouTube, it's Slip On Queen here, just winking here today, and I wanted to do an updated eyeshadow palette collection. Because I've had a few people ask me, since I switched my products over to cruelty free, they wanted to know what was in my collection. So let's go ahead and get started. So I do have a few that I keep out. These are ones I rotate and I use. So I have like a little bit of those in a basket. And then I have some in another box. So I want to show all of them to you guys. So we're going to go ahead and get started. The first ones I'll share with you guys I have in this basket. So let me go ahead and get some of these out for you guys. So I absolutely love Juvia's Place palettes. I have become obsessed with this brand. I love it. So I do want to share with you guys some that I do have in my collection. I don't have them all, but I do have the Nubian 2, which is one of my favorites. I love this one so much. This one's absolutely beautiful. I have the Saharan 2. And this has got some beautiful colors in it. I have the Zulu palette. And this one, my orange one kind of cracked a little at the top. I don't know if y'all can see it. And so a little bit of orange stuff has got everywhere. I just have to be more careful with it. But I do love this one. Then I have the Fumi, the Queen palette. I saw this one and I just absolutely fell in love with the colors. I just love that. So I want to experiment with this one. This one's one of my newer ones I bought. I'm excited to try that one out. And then the last one I had bought, I guess it's called the Afrique, I think is how you say it. Oh my gosh, I haven't even got full use out of this yet, but oh my gosh, those colors. They're absolutely beautiful. I just absolutely love this color right here. It's absolutely beautiful. And this purplish blue color, absolutely beautiful. So I cannot wait to get my hands on this and actually start using it and do some eye looks with it. It's just beautiful. Then we have this, the Saharan, the first one, or Saharan, however you say it. It's super beautiful. I have got so much use out of this palette. I love this one. The colors I love the most, I love this shade right here. I love this shade. And I love this one right here and this one. I've used them all the time. They're beautiful shades. And then the last new Juvia's Place palette I have is the Nubian. It's the mini. I love those colors. You can do so many eye looks with that. I know it don't look like you could, but you really can. This is such a beautiful palette. Then I have the Ace Beauté, I think is how you say it, Vintage Dawn palette I got in my BoxyCharm. I absolutely love this palette. These colors are so beautiful. You can do so many eye looks with this. I don't post a lot of eye looks like I used to on my Instagram. I used to a lot. I would do like palette of the week and I'd post like eye looks, but I don't do that anymore. I just do eye looks at home. Maybe I should start doing that again. I don't know. But I do enjoy just creating different eye looks with different palettes. And then I got this one in my BoxyCharm this past BoxyCharm. I'm trying to think what I was trying to say. It's Living in Color from Hank and Henry. And I haven't used this one yet, but it just looks beautiful. Look at those colors. I can't wait to try that out. It's going to be beautiful, I just know. I love the packaging of it. I know a lot of people were saying it's too bulky, but I love it. I think it's really pretty, and I just really think it's awesome to get this in a BoxyCharm. I love to get my palettes in a BoxyCharm. I mean, there's been some hits and misses the whole time I've had my BoxyCharm with like the palettes, but overall, I really love the ones I get. Alright, so speaking of BoxyCharm, I got these two in BoxyCharm. So these are the Tarte, what are these ones called? There's different names for them. Rainforest of the Sea Volume 3. And I also have, what is this one called? Be You Naturally. So it looks like this. There is a mirror, so I'll try not to blind you with it. This one just looks like you can't do much with it. And you are limited on what you can do, but you can make some beautiful eye looks with it. And this one I love the most. This one's just absolutely beautiful. I'm sorry it's so reflective, but I love that one. So I do keep those, and I love the Tarte brand eyeshadows. I don't have a whole lot from them, but what I do have, I do love. So I'm excited to have that. And then I have my Too Faced Peanut Butter and Jelly palette I love. My friend Zoe sent this to me, or she actually gave me a gift card to get it, and I just absolutely love this. This is one of my favorite. I have used so much out of this palette. I have used God, there's so many I have. I have a huge dip in the color Jelly, and I'm starting to get a good dip in the Rich and Creamy. It's just such a beautiful palette. And there's so many different looks you can do with it. It's just a beautiful palette. And then I have the e.l.f. I want to say this one's called Hot Chocolate. I think is what it was called at Christmas time. This one's so beautiful. I absolutely love this. I've used this so much. It's such a good palette, and I love the fact it's cruelty free. Makes it even better. Then I have a Huda Beauty Amethyst Obsessions. I got this from my friend Zoe. She sent this to me. I think it was either our last swap or the swap before. It's just such a beautiful palette. And as you can tell, that one's my absolute favorite. I've got a huge dip in it. I love that color. Beautiful. Then I have a CC Color Cosmetics Fairy Tale 2 18 color eyeshadow palette. And this one is supposed to be a dupe for the Gingerbread Too Faced palette. And guys, I love this palette. I think I spent $9 on it, and it's just fantastic. I love it. And it does have like a sweet scent to it. It doesn't like gingerbread, but it has like a sweet scent to it. Then I have a palette from Beauty Creations, and this one's Espresso Yourself. And I love this one. I love the fact it's all coffee themed, and it's just beautiful shades. I absolutely love this one. It's such a good palette. Then I have the Makeup Revolution, the Emily Edit palette. And this is the Needs. And I really like this one. I know that there's been a lot of controversy about these palettes and stuff online. Like, they're like, oh, Emily got a palette. And then I hear people say that they're just not that great. But I don't have the huge palette. I think it's called the Wants. I don't have that palette, but I did get this one. I got this one on clearance at, I want to say Ulta. I think it was Ulta. And I've just really been a huge fan of it. I love everything about the colors and stuff. The only downfall to this one was mine came cracked right there. So I have to be careful when I open it so it doesn't bust apart. But I love the palette. The stuff, the actual products inside are fantastic. So then I have the Alter Ego Temptress palette. And this is a dupe for one of the Anastasia Beverly Hills. I don't know if it's the Sultry palette or what it's a dupe for, but it's beautiful. My friend Zoe sent me this, and I love it. I love it so much. Then I have just one of the Shop Miss A plain palettes. It's like a Z palette, I guess, kind of. You can just put your own stuff in it. So I have a lot of my, actually all of this is my Vanessa's Vanity highlighters and shadows. And I love her formula. I will link her down below so you guys can check her out. She has a shop. I think it's an Etsy shop. She might have her own website now. I'll have to check. But I will link it down below so you guys can check her out. She has some amazing products. And I have reviewed them. I'll try to link that video up above. It's been a while since I did that review. But I'll try to link it above so you guys can check it out. But what beautiful colors. I just love those. So I keep those in that. And then, let's see. I do have some Wet n Wild products, and I know Wet n Wild is not cruelty free, but I've had these passed to me, so I have them in my collection, so I wanted to mention them. I do have them. There are some palettes I have that aren't cruelty free that I'm still trying to use, but these were passed to me. This one is Wizards in Training. Then I have Coffin Break. These are the ones that came out, I think, around Halloween. And then I have the Boo Crew. This one's called In the Smoke. I think that's what it's called. And then I have Cosmic Collision. And then when I'm done with all the use that I get out of these, I'll pass them along as well. But for right now, I want to just dabble with them and use what I have. Then I have a ColourPop My Little Pony palette that my friend Zoe got me. Love this one. It's such a beautiful one. I have a Makeup Revolution Chilled palette. This one's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I love this palette. I have my Gem and the Holograms palette. This one's not cruelty free. It's one of the Sephora exclusives. But it's Gem and the Holograms, so I'm going to keep it in my collection. It's beautiful. And if you know me, I'm obsessed with Gem and the Holograms, so I'm definitely keeping this. I will never get rid of that. I love it. Then I have a Urban Decay Pulp Fiction palette. And this one is so old, but I love it. It's such a good palette. If you're ever wanting to do like a neutral look, or you can definitely get away with it with this palette. This one's so beautiful. I love it. It's more of a collector's item at this point because I just really, really love it to have in my collection. Then I have a Violet Voss Essentials palette I got in a BoxyCharm. This one's really pretty. I don't use it as often as I'd like to, so I need to rotate that and actually start using it a little bit more. Then I have a Morphe, this one's called Day Slayer palette that my friend Zoe sent me. She got it in one of her boxes, and she sent it to me because she just wasn't a fan of it. I love it. It does look like you're kind of stuck on just doing a few looks, but I love to create like fall looks with this. It's a really good fall palette. Then one I got in a BoxyCharm is called the Iconic London palette. And this one's called Day to Slay eyeshadow palette. And it's so beautiful, guys. I love it. Absolutely love that. That is such a beautiful palette. Then I have a A2O eyeshadow palette that I got from the Shop Massé website. And guys, they have a bunch of different palettes, like huge ones like this on their site. But I bought this one just to try it out. I didn't think it was going to be that great, and it turned out being fantastic. I am such a fan of this one here, the Vanity one. Oh my gosh, guys. The colors are so beautiful. They're buttery smooth when they apply to the eye, and I never have a problem with any of the colors I use. I absolutely love this palette. It's called Vanity. Then I have some Hard Candy eyeshadow palettes that I found at Dollar Tree recently. And this one here is called Rated X. And this one's beautiful. Look at those colors. They're just beautiful. And then, trying to find the little applicator, it dropped out. Then I have the one that's Green with Envy. It's so beautiful. Look at those colors. It reminds me so much of the Revolution palette that I just showed you guys. I mean, obviously you have more options in this, but look, isn't it beautiful? I just think those colors are so similar and they look so beautiful. I've done many eye looks with this since I've had it, and I love the formula of it. Beautiful. And then I have a little quad that I got at Dollar Tree as well. It's Hard Candy, and this one's called Mod Quad, and it's called Under the Moon. And these can be used, they're baked, so you can use them wet or dry. I prefer to use them wet because I feel like they stay on the eye longer and they're more pigmented. So I really, really love this one. Then I have an Urban Decay electric palette that my friend Zoe sent me many years ago. But it's such a good palette. You never want to get rid of that. Look how beautiful is that. If I ever want to do a neon, bright 80s look to like of any sort, I can just go to this palette. And it's beautiful. And I love this one. Then I got this one in a BoxyCharm. It's called Fairy Tales Storybook Cosmetics. And this one is so pretty. Those colors are so beautiful. I was so glad I got this one and not the red one because I don't do well with really bright red shadows. So when I saw this one, I thought, this one's beautiful, and I'm so excited to use it on my eyes and stuff. Then I have two Lime Crime palettes I found at TJ Maxx, I want to say last summer. These are so pretty, and a lot of people online say that the quality is terrible, but I never have a problem with any of them that I use. I love those colors. It's beautiful. And that one's called, I don't know what the names of each one are. I'm not sure what they call these. Okay, this one's called, I think it's called Bubblegum. The Bubblegum palette. And this one's called Sugar Plum. This one's beautiful. I use this one a lot. I love this one. Then we have, my friend Zoe sent me this last package we sent to each other. She sent me the Naked Urban Decay Smoky palette. Oh my gosh, guys. Talk about a beautiful palette. Try not to blind you with the mirror in it. This is such a beautiful palette, and I'm going to be using this a lot in the fall time. I'm so excited for this palette. I've always wanted that palette. And then my friend Mimi Wallace sent me this for my birthday last year, and this one's the Too Faced Chocolate Gold. This is stunning. I absolutely love this palette. And it does have that rich cocoa scent. It smells amazing. Love it. I have the Too Faced Chocolate Bonbons palette that my mom got me, I don't know how many Valentine's ago. Like, she got it for me for a Valentine's Day gift or something, and it's just beautiful. I love this palette. And of course it has that rich cocoa scent. And then on another Valentine's Day, my mom got me the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. And I love this palette. And this one smells like peaches. It smells good. It still smells really great. And I do have the semi-sweet Too Faced palette. I don't know exactly where it's sitting right now. I have that one as well. I don't know where it's sitting. I don't know if I have it in like a caboodle or something somewhere. But I do have that one as well from Too Faced that my friend Mimi Wallace sent me. This one here is my Kat Von D, I think it's called Metal Matte Mini Eyeshadow Palette my friend Zoe sent me. And this is such a beautiful palette. I use this one in the fall time and I absolutely love it. Then I got this palette and I have not used this yet. This is the Dominique Cosmetics Celestial Thunder palette that I got in BoxyCharm. I want to use it, but I have not done anything with it yet. I don't know exactly what eye look I want to create, but I am going to experiment with this one and see what I come up with. And then I got the Femme Fatale 32 eyeshadow palette from Amoureuse. I ordered this off of, I want to say, what is it? What's that website called? JB&E's. I think now it's called, what is it called now? I don't remember. I know it was JB&E's. But this is such a pretty palette. And it's supposed to be a dupe for, I want to say it's one of the Natasha Denona palettes, or maybe a Huda Beauty one. I don't know. But I am excited for this palette and I really love it. And it is cruelty free. I really love that palette. And then the last palette that I want to mention is a Dirty Dancing palette from Solo Look. This has recently retired on their site, which I was really sad because I thought, God, people are missing out. They don't have this. This is the Collector's Edition Dirty Dancing palette from Solo Look. This is such a beautiful palette. It's real basic looking. When you look at it, you're like, what am I going to do with that? But you can do such beautiful eye looks with this palette. And I just love this because this is one of my favorite movies of all time. I love Dirty Dancing. And when you open it, you get a liquid lip. And you get those. You can use this as a blush. Or you can use it for your eyes. It's such a beautiful palette. Oh my gosh. And I love the fact he's doing the lift at the end on the back. It's so pretty. But yeah, I was a huge fan of this. And I'm so glad I got this. I got this for Mother's Day one year. My husband and my kids got it for me. So I was so thankful to have this in my collection. And I hate the fact it's retired now, but it's such a pretty palette. So I wanted to come here today, share this with you guys. I hope y'all enjoyed this. Sorry if it's a long video, but I wanted to do my collection with you guys because I have had a few people request it. So I hope you guys have a blessed day and I will see you in my next video. Thanks. Bye.